In this tutorial we will move one step ahead in the explanation of Google Sketchup user interface, which is the third tab or the view tab in Google Sketchup. Just click on it, a new list will be shown. First of the option will be the toolbars. Just click on it and you will see a list. You can add or remove your desired icons or toolbars. For me, I would just click on large tool set, which I'll be using frequently. It's totally up to the designer. He can just simply check or uncheck it. And I will add another one, which is the styles, and I will just rearrange them for my work. Let's close it. Okay, so now I have a better screen space. Now again I will go to the toolbars. I would just want to show you that how to change the icon size. Go to the options and then click on the large icons. By clicking on it, the size of the toolbar icons will be increased, and this is just for the visibility purposes, and you can arrange them later on. It's totally up to you that where do you want to keep these toolbars. For me, I will just leave it as it is because I like the icons in small sizes so that I have a better work screen space. Okay, I'll just close it and I will rearrange them, but I would like to cancel this one because I have these options in my large tool set, and I will arrange the rest of the icons. Okay, now for the second option I will again go to the view tab and then I will go to the hidden geometry. Okay, for the hidden geometry, I would like to show you how it works. So I will just right click on the object and click the hide. As you can see, it is hidden, and then I'll go to the view and will just like to view the hidden object. Now if I want to unhide this hidden object, I would simply right click on it and I will just go to the option unhide and click. Okay, so it will be again shown for me. After that, there are the option of section planes and section cuts. For those things, I will again go to the toolbars. I will just check it, go to the toolbars, and again I will check the sections box so that I have the toolbars on my screen, and I will arrange it. Okay, now this is the section plane which I want to show you guys. You can move it by clicking on it and then pressing M, which is the short key for moving objects, and you can see the cross section as well. And after that, if you want to see the section cuts or you don't want to see, it's totally up to you, but rather it is good if you want to see the section cuts, because otherwise why will have someone to have a section of an object. So leave it as it is, and if I want to see the other side of this section, I will just right click on it and click the reverse option. Then as you can see, the rest of the models or the other sides of the cross sections are hidden now for me, and I will just erase the plane now. Okay, and then there is the options which is the axis. These are basically for the reference. If someone wants to know that at which axis he or she is working, then these are better useful. But if you uncheck it, then there will be no accesses and you will be working in free space. So after that there is the option of shadows. I will just click on it and just see the graphical difference between before clicking and after clicking. Basically the shadows appeared in this image. These will be totally depend on the location of Google Sketchup Sun. Where it is located I will tell you later, but for now I will just go and uncheck it. Then after that I have the fog option. Fog is basically for the visibility. The nearer the objects, they are clear to view. So if an object is away from you, it will be less visible to you guys. Just zoom in and zoom out for the sake of visibility purpose, so that you may know the difference. How does this option works? I'll just uncheck it for my purpose and I will go on. Then after that I have some options of edge styles. When you just bring on the cursor, a new list will be opened, and now I will have to just go through some of the options, like I want to see the profiles or not, or I want to see the depth queue or not, or if I want to see the extensions lines. I will just go through here and you can see the difference on the screen. And I will click on the extensions option. Now where the lines are joining each other, there is a little bit extension, just like to give you the sketchy look. I will just uncheck it for now. Then after that I have the face style options, and now I will just click on the X-ray, and the visibility of all the objects are changed now. Similarly I will click the rest of the options, and please guys watch the difference whenever I click on one of the options. If I click on the wireframe, the visibility is changed. Alright. Then there are some of the other options, but I won't go into the detail. You can practice it later. Now I have the component edit. If I and there are the two options, hide rest of the model or hide similar components. If I click on hide rest of the model, which is the first option, and see the difference, what happens is, if I double click on, this is my basically this is my component, and if I double click on it, or it will be explode. So the rest of the models, which are not the components, but the remaining other two are also the components, so they are still gray but they are visible to me, and the rest of the models are not. I would just press escape. Now I will go again to the component edit and click on the hide similar components, which means if again I double click on my component, and the other components are also not visible to me now, because both of the options are checked. If I uncheck both of them, and if I click on the this component also, so I will have the visibility of both items. So after that there is the animation option. You can add the scenes, or update scene, or delete scenes. Basically it will work for the rendering progresses, or if you want to view some position for your work. it will help you out. Like I have set a scene, and now I will just around the scene a little bit. I will view from another angle, and now I'll click on the scene, and I am back to the original angle to view my work. So I can update the scene if I have a little bit changes in the same scene, and if I want to delete it, I can delete one, and similarly I can view the previous scenes and next scenes. It's totally up to you guys. Then if you click on the settings, a new window will open. On the first, there are the animations. If you enable the transition, it will give you that 2 scenes per second. It's totally up to you. I won't go into the details. Then after that, there are the classifications, and after that there is the options of component. Component are just like the groups or group editing. You can change the visibility of components, and then there are credits. Then after that, there is the options of dimensions. You can change the dimensions, font size, font style. It's up to your requirement. Then there is the file. If you click on it, you can know the location of your file, the version of your file, the size. Then there is the geolocation. I have already told you in the previous tutorial that this option is used basically to locate your project on a Google map, or so that you can have the terrain for your project. It will link your project to the Google map. After that, the rendering. These are some of the options, and after that, the statistics. These are basically used that if your project contains how many objects. If it is the too heavy file, you can just purge unused, and the file size will be reduced. Then there is a text option. Similarly, text, screen text, leader text, and leader lines. You can change font style, font size. It's totally up to you how you want to work with your project using the size and the fonts of your text. Then there is the last option of the units. I will just click on it. Okay, sorry, I'll just again go to, and then I'll go to the units. For units, I can change the templates or units of my drawing. If I want to work in architectural or layout or template, I can select any of them, and if I want to work in a detailed work, I can use engineering. Then it's up to me that what should be the precision of my drawing. Alright, so guys, this is for me for now. Please watch the next video.